welcome back to the channel and welcome to Witches Point in South Wales. We've travelled quite a long way from home and I've come down here with a local guy, Rhydian Edwards, who very kindly got in touch with us on Instagram and said, look, if you're ever down this way, give us a shout and we'll go for a couple of sessions. So he's very kindly taken me under his wing for the next couple of days. I said to him, look, no pressure, but never caught a blonde or a spotted, and I would really like to catch both of those species and a small-eyed ideally. So he said, right, come with me, there's been fish about. So we've come to Witches Point, which Rhydian didn't think we'd get on initially. So apparently it's quite a popular mark. I have seen some of the Welsh YouTubers like Dean Booker at Veals and Mario as well, and I think a couple of other guys. So I've definitely seen it, people fishing it. So I'm quite excited, to be honest. I'm also quite hungover, but nothing new there. So I'm actually using a rig I don't tend to use that often, which is a dongle. The way I make mine is I just double up a bit of heavy 120-pound braid that I use for my skate fishing, tie it to that's a 6/0, that hook there. I haven't actually used the surgeon's loop on this one. Some of them I have, others I haven't. Just maybe try and see if it makes a difference. So bait wise, what we've got is we've got two fairly small sand eel, and I'm just covering that with half a squid. Not a massive bait, but plenty of scent out there. Rods, I'm using my HSTs. The ground's not particularly heavy, but we do have a chance of getting potentially a good fish, and the sea's quite lumpy, so I'm using 7 ounces of lead. I was going to bring me T800, so I'm sure they would cope with it, but 7 ounces is above the casting rating on them. So brought me HSTs, got me casting specials. I definitely want to be using mono here because the tide will be pretty savage. Quite big tides today. There's about something like 7 meters of range around here, so plenty of bow out. So I'm just nicking that little loop off there, pulling that out. I've got a nice streamlined dongle bait. Just get that made a slight. I just want to clip that to me imp. I'm not going to cast too hard this first one because I'm still kind of getting used to these reels. Anyway, we'll get this clipped up and get it out there. So high water is about 10:30. It's 8:30 now, so got another couple hours of the flood. Rhydian was saying sometimes it can just be the last hour of the flood, the first couple of the ebb, just whenever the fish sort of turn on and start feeding. We're fishing into about, well, probably more than 10 foot of water, I would say. The tide's pulling quite hard right to left. It's very chocolatey, very coloured, the water, as it tends to be in the Bristol Channel. And the ground we're fishing on is pretty smooth, which is why the rays are here. And I don't know if you can pick it up, but it's very windy. So just keeping the rod tips down. We're quite high above the water, we're probably 20-30 foot above the water. It's quite a nice, comfortable mark actually. It's a little bit tricky for casting because of the gradient of the rocks, but it's a nice, lovely part of the world. Just got huge kind of cliffs and stuff coming from behind us. No, maybe not. But yeah, fascinating to watch to see the different types of geology compared to at home. And like I said on the last video, when I was at Eastbourne, there's something about just fishing a new mark that you've never fished before. especially when you know there's different species around that you wouldn't ordinarily catch at home. So Rhydian's just asked if I ever struggle keep my box lid open in the wind, and I did have one of those kind of like gas pressured cylinders, which were great, but the pressure in it's ran out. So he's just showed me a very simple and very effective tip, which is just a bit of mono. Whoa, a bit of mono just on the back of the box there, just clips on. Look at that, perfect. Whoop, we're getting a bit ideal. So nice, quick and easy, simple tip there.
I was showing it by another angler, but
yeah,
I'm happy to pass the idea on.
Oh, definitely, perfect. Well, saved the blanket at least. Tiny little dog. Pretty much dark now, the wind's howling, we're getting sprayed, but keep persevering. See if I can get this hook out of his mouth. So, that's target achieved. Got a nice, probably 4 pound small-eyed, first one ever. Really pleased with that. First one I've ever seen actually. So cheers Rhydian, put us on the fish, thank you. That was on squid and sand eel, so he was just nicely hooked in the lip with it on the dongle. So we'll get us straight back, but happy with that. So I think Rhydian's got a fish. Throw him back, I think. Yeah. Little male fish.
On the dongle, in the scissors.
Yeah, nice one.
Great.
Well done. Got one in the end there.
This one, yeah. 3.
So you can see how effective that dongle rig is there. Just right in the scissors, fish is absolutely fine. Nice one. And you've had some big fish even on a hook that size.
Yeah, this is only a 3-0, yeah.
Uh-huh. Good, excellent.
Just as we're about to leave as well.
Yeah, nice way to end the session. Well done. That's it. One more look at him. Nice one. There he is.
He's been in the puddle, so he's fine. Let's put him back.
Yeah.
Bit nice how this morning. Sun's out. Slept really well actually.
Down on Friars.
Friars, yeah.
At Barry. So this is all
Barry Island actually.
Barry Island,
yeah.
right? We had a session last night. We got a couple of fish, so that was good. It was quite windy, quite spray at times, wasn't
Conditions
it?
pretty touch and go, weren't they?
Aye, but we found. Well, I say we found. You've put us on a very comfortable mark here. Is it, what was this called?
It's known as a smelly hole.
Smelly hole, yeah, and I can definitely understand why. So we're about half an hour, 45 minutes into the flood. We're going to fish up to high and then back down for a couple hours.
We see how the weather goes because there is strong winds coming later, so we'll
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
But the target's going to be blondes and spotteds, maybe a thorny.
Yeah.
And when I came down, I said to Rhydian, no pressure, but I wanted to get a small-eyed, a blonde, and a spotted. And we got a small-eyed last night. You got a nice thorny as well. So
yeah. And we only did fish for maybe 4 hours. Maybe, so
it wasn't a mammoth session, but
and there was a dogger cast as well.
There was, yeah. There was a lot of dogs. So we're hoping to get a blonde and a spotted tonight. So in terms of the rigs, what are you going for, Rhydian?
Pulleys are the main ones I use for rays. This is a 4-foot pulley.
Yeah.
4-foot body, and I've got 80 pound Maxima Chameleon hook length.
Yeah.
4-row semicircle and a
Yeah, yeah.
dongle there.
Right, okay. And that's £300 braid, that is it?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And a
Yeah.
perfection loop on the end.
Yeah,
Perfection loop there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. And you go for a 4-row, and that's plenty big enough for even a big blonde.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess you'll still catch the smaller range
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good. So there's been some good fish off this mark over the last few years, has there? Or this season even?
Well, people have been catching them, yeah, but we've had horrendous weather. It's been really bad.
Yeah.
It's been difficult to get out.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's turning for the better now.
Yeah. Oh well, that's it's about time, because I think it's probably the same everywhere. It's been bloody awful this winter, hasn't it? It's been one of the wettest Aprils I can remember. So in terms of the ground that we're fishing out here, I mean, you can probably see the top end of the beach here. It's a bit rocky down in front of us, but I'm assuming we'll be casting onto clean ground, onto sand.
On the sand over there.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. So in terms of your setup, in terms of your gear, what do you tend to fish with for South Wales?
The main rods I use for, well, everywhere in the Bristol Channel are a pair of Century Tip Tornado Graphic Sports.
Right. Okay.
They're lovely and light. And
Yeah.
Powerful.
Good. And they're teamed up with casting specials.
Yeah, like yourself. Yeah, you've got a pair there. I use £18 mono on there.
Yeah.
And like today, I got a longer leader than usual on.
Right.
That's an £80 leader.
Is it? Right. Okay. And you're a big fan of the Varavas Sport line?
Yeah, I've been using that for a few years though, and yeah.
Yeah. Good line. So where I'm from, up in the northeast, I'd say it's quite a novelty now to see somebody using a multiplier. Everybody's on braid, just about. I mean, I still, now and again, I'll still use mono up there, but basically, you were saying down here, you don't know anybody that fishes with braid. It's all multiplier and mono.
Not in the Bristol Channel, no. Maybe you get away with it further on the cleaner surf beaches up west.
Right.
Or in estuaries.
Yeah.
But not in the Bristol Channel.
just too much tide. I mean, again, to draw an example, at home, a neat tide might be a 2 metre ebb and a 4.2 high, so the range is only a couple of metres. But even on a smallish tide here, bottom was about, I think it was about 2.5 metre ebb, going up to about 9.5. So there's still a 7 metre range even on a smaller tide. So which obviously ties into why everybody uses mono, because you just want that stretch rather than getting torn out.
Some do use braid on the boats, on the charter boats.
Right.
But that's the only place I know of, not on the shore though.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. And do you find a lot of marks, South Wales, distance is a big priority, or does it not matter too much?
It can be, yeah.
Right.
Certain beaches, in certain conditions, the bigger casters seem to do better.
Right, okay.
But in a lot of marks, yeah, it's not as long as you're casting a certain distance, you're in the fish, you know.
Right, okay. And you reckon in this particular bay, as it fills, the fish will just come out of the sort of main channel and just meander into the beach looking for food
that's
or
what
whatever?
they tend to do, yeah.
Right, yeah. Edges the tide. Oh well, good. Well, I'm excited, hoping to get that blondin spotted. So we're just gonna, I think, have a casual start, get some rigs ready, and get some baits out there.
And we fish into darkness, where hopefully the action will get better.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, and we'll come back to you with some fish. I get myself a sand eel, squid, a bit of mackerel, baited up. These are just small sand eel. Rhydian's got some nice ones there, but what I've done is taken the head and tail off, and I'm putting them opposite ends, so it's a pretty equal size rather than the chunkier ends together. I've just got this shepherd's crook type baiting tool, which is ideal for dongle rigs, I find. Get me dongle, nick that on there, like that. You can just position that where you want it. What I will do is put the hook through it. Just gives you that extra bit of security with the elastic. So that's in place. Get the dongle itself just secured onto it. Bit of mackerel. I'm putting the thick end on first, so the bottom end of the bait's slightly thinner, just so it casts a bit better. I'll neaten all that up in a minute. And a bit of squid, which Rhydian tells me he puts on with just about every bait he puts out for rays, so I'm definitely going to take his advice on that. Got plenty of hook showing, because that is essential when you're using circles. And then the beauty of that is, just comes off like that, pull out. Then what I'll do, a couple of little bits there, just trim those off so it's neat. And there we go, first bait ready to go. Let's get that fired out. Right. Beauty of this is, got it. 10 mile an hour, well, I feel actually it's probably more like 20 miles an hour windier up here, but what it does mean is that you can get your bait belted right out. Whoa, lost me glasses there. Probably gives you an indication how windy it is. Right, come on. No, don't blow away. We're not going to need them again now. Right, so just stood further up because it's pretty windy up there, but you can get a lot more clearance. So I'm just going to put my reel on the ratchet, just back the store drag off, and then if a decent fish does get it, right, come on, Mr. Blonde Ray, that's what we want.
Right, I cut these two to size here, ready? And we put them on the dongle, just in the top there. And elastic this first. It's important to make sure these are cut to size. You don't want them being too long. Plenty of elastic. Over the top of the hook as well is important. Right, now for the squid. I like to use the part with the where all the guts are. So I'm going to go on that side. Around the back of the hook again. Nearly there. And there we are. Pretty perfect.
As I'm sure most people do, when you fish with somebody new that you've not fished before, you're always having a little look at the gear to see if you can pick up any ideas, and I tell you what, this guy's pretty much got everything covered. So I can straight away, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 ideas on his tripod that I've never really seen before. So the first thing I've noticed, you've got this on, and now is that to hold when it's cold in the winter, or?
No. Basically, it's a Ron Thompson railings rod holder with a Velcro strap there, where if you want to put it on railings and hold.
Yeah.
But I found this on a charter boat.
Right.
And I said to the skipper, "Skipper, whose is this?" He said, "Oh, right, a customer must have left it on board."
Uh-huh.
So he said, "Oh, you can have it if you like." I said, "Oh, yeah."
Aye.
And when I'm using one single rod on this tripod, I just use this centre cup here and the centre bit there.
Yeah.
And what I found the first couple of times, the reel was knocking against this.
Yeah.
And it left a mark on the underside of my reel.
All right, okay.
I know most people don't care about their reels,
Well.
but if you do, this is a good tip.
Aye.
They're cheap to buy, probably less than a £5.
Yeah, no, that is. I've not seen that. And you can move that in the cup as well to suit.
Yeah, it's got Velcro straps there, and there's the one underneath, but you don't use the one underneath. You Velcro it on, and then you put the these cable ties there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is movable. It's not too tight.
Aye.
And it basically protects the reel from hitting the tripod.
That's good. Well, I've never seen that, but it makes total sense to me, that.
But I had this for nothing, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't by any chance the charter boat was all going out before, was it?
It actually was.
Was it really? What are the chances? Well, that's the first thing I've noticed. So this looks like a good little idea. So along the top of your
locking leg kit, this is.
Aye, so along the top of the leg kit, you've actually drilled, I can see 5 little rotters in total that you've tied on, just presumably to hang your rigs.
Drill a small hole there. And a little bit of mono, not too thick.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 or 60 pound, maybe that is. And just tie them on, basically.
Yeah. Aye. And you've got one up in the centre here as well.
Yeah, this one is for if I'm using a slightly longer rig, like a long pulley. That's what that one is for, anyway.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I just use these on the sides there.
That's just so simple, but just so effective, that, isn't it?
I know 4 or 5 might be overkill, but
you better have more than not enough. And is this masking tape repair work, or is this another innovative idea that you've...
These are actually glow in the dark. What I've done is I've wrapped some bandage around there.
All right, okay.
And on top of the bandage, black electrician's tape.
Right.
It's just to make it more...
Yeah, softer and not damage your rods.
Probably doesn't damage the rods anyway, but you know.
Just just gives it a bit more cushion. Well,
same here, yeah. You can feel it as well.
Aye. Oh yeah, you can. It is quite soft.
You can probably do with an extra layer on there now, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It's looking worse for wear.
Well, I think we've just come up with a new programme, Pimp My Tripod. Brilliant. Right. Oh well, I'm definitely going to take on board some of this, I think. Nice one. Getting a little run here, getting a run.
A little run?
Oh yeah, something's definitely grabbed that, hasn't it? Oh, I feel something there. Right, could this be the blonde we've been after? Yep, a fish on here. Aye, definitely.
Seems a decent size, isn't it?
Oh yes. Jesus, you can feel that kicking back.
I just have to land it down there. Like.
Yeah. That's a good fish, this. I can feel that kicking back, definitely.
You might surface now.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's pulling that, mind. Feels a decent fish, this. Just gonna have to be a little bit careful when we get to that rough ground. Must be a blonde, I'm guessing. Oh, it's pulling there. I'm only on £20 line here, which is what Rhydian was saying he uses, and most other people, but oh yeah, it's on the surface, which I'm glad about, because see, it's on the surface out there.
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's just out here, maybe 40-50 yards off. Feels a decent fish as well. Just want to try and keep it up, because the first 40-50 yards below us here is rock, so I don't want to dive in. God, there's a lot of weight on this. Over Rhydian's first rod and under his second one, so he's got the rig. Has he got the fish? See something happening down there. Don't want him to get wet though. Yes! Wow, look at that!
Do you want to unclip it?
Yeah.
So what we do, we sort this fish out before we cast it in. and clip this rig.
That's
There
it.
we are.
Cheers.
Don't want to get on the scale.
Yeah. Whoa. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I came to Wales for. Lovely, big blonde. And I was saying to Rhydian, actually debob my circles, and that is why. So, lovely, big, female blonde ray. I've got to say, I'm absolutely buzzing with that. We'll get it weighed. It's got to be double figures, that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say 12, 13.
Yeah.
Oh, have a guess how big? No, it's
I'm
bigger.
going to say 14,
No,
16. How big is he?
15, 15.
15, 15. Get in.
It's going to 16.
Nearly 16. Brilliant. Fantastic. Right, well, we'll get a quick picture.
I'll give it 16.
16. Get in. It's exactly what I came to Wales for.
And there's a lump of a blonde.
And I am well happy with that. 16 pounds of Welsh blonde ray.
Not brunette, blonde.
Exactly, yeah. Blonde. Fantastic. I'm buzzing with that. Right, get a quick picture, get her back. I am absolutely buzzing with that. Came to Wales for a small-eyed, a spotted and a blonde, and I didn't think I was going to get a blonde that sort of size, so I'm really pleased with that. Get in. And thanks very much to Rhydian. Couldn't have happened without him, so I would all to him. It's not long after we started the channel, about 2 years ago, I did a video on Silith, and what I did at the time, I debarbed my circle, and that's what I've always done since. And you saw there, when you've got enough tide and weight, it's absolutely fine because the curvature of the hook keeps it in. I'm not saying it's absolutely fail-safe, because it's not, but it does the fish so much less damage, so I feel totally confident fishing that way. So Rhydian's into a fish, and annoyingly the rain has just started quite heavily, so I have to try and keep the camera, well, the mic, dry. Ooh. Nice fish.
Yeah. I am on my other line. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Another blonde.
Yeah. Do you want me to try and get it?
Yeah, you can, yeah. Another blonde there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's diving. Watch him come off.
Nice fish.
There we are. I don't think it's as big as you was, but can't be far off.
Yeah, still got to be a double, hasn't it?
Oh, it's definitely double. There we are, straight in the dongle as well. Straight
Nice.
in the dongle. Right, let's get him up and get him weighed.
Yeah.
So,
Brilliant. Well done.
right, this one is going £12.14.
Yeah, nice fish.
Still a nice blonde.
Yep. Yeah, do you want us to get a couple of photographs?
Yeah, before we release it.
Just nice.
Yeah, just release it.
Well done. Good fish. Well, I came for the Welsh treble, and very luckily I've managed to do it, because he's a small fish, but little male, small-eyed, never seen one before.
Spotted.
Oh sorry, spotted. Never seen one before. Beautiful little fish, and again, dongle, barbless. Oh, I say that, straight out. Still got a few thorns on him, and is it right on the spotted, the spots don't go all the way out of the wings?
Yeah, as you can see there.
Yeah, just come in close, so absolutely buzzing with that. really pleased. Whoop.
The spotted are the smallest species of ryu in the channel.
Right, and one of the hardest scrapping as well.
Yeah, they would definitely. If they grew the size of a blonde, well.
Yeah, oh, imagine that. Brilliant. Well, we'll get this little fella back. I'm absolutely over the moon with that, so thanks Rhydian. You've put us on the fish. The Welsh treble's been complete, so really pleased with that.
On the way,
yeah. If I get the thorn back, apparently that'll be the Welsh slam, so you never know, but yeah, really pleased with that. Brilliant.
Here we are, we've just had a thorn back. Right in the lip there on the dongle. Took the line way to the right. But yeah.
Very light coloured fish, that, isn't it?
He is, yeah.
Thorny.
It's pointless weighing him, but he's about £5.
Yeah. Male fish?
Yeah, certainly is, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I won't waste much time with this, we'll get it back.
Yeah,
but this is the third species we've had here tonight.
Yeah.
Right, let's get him back.
Good. Well, just as if things couldn't get any better, I've actually managed to do what they call the Welsh, is it the Welsh slam?
Yeah.
Which is the 4 race species, thorny, small-eyed, spotted and a blonde, so...
And it's been done in 2 sessions.
Yeah, 2 sessions. And the thought we were just saying, the thorns on that I've never seen anything like that.
I don't think I've seen anything like that either myself.
That's, yeah.
It's an amazing tail, isn't it? Look at that.
Aye, incredible that.
Looks a very angry fish.
Yeah, very. And yet again, the dongle, barbless hook, bang.
And the funny thing was, as you were pulling this one in, the thornback I released was still flapping around.
It was, yeah, still on the surface. So yeah, beautifully marked fish.
Look how erect the tail is.
Aye, it's incredible that. Lovely eyes on them as well. Right, let's get this fish back, but really happy with that. Get him back. Well, that brings us to the end of what's been a really good session, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Better than I thought.
Aye, we've had, we're just saying 5 rays between us, 2 blondes, both well over double figures. Yours was what, 12 and a half, 13?
13 something.
13 something. Mine was 16. Had a spotted and a thorny as well. You had a thorny, a few dogs, so it's been really good, and we've managed to get Rhydian put us on a good spot, well out the wind, so yeah, it's been bonus all around. We've only had a little bit of rain, and I think it's due to start any minute, so we're going to get off here, but thanks very much. You've invited us down and shown us the ropes and put us on the fish, so really appreciate it. Thank you.
And what do you think, an English guy coming down to Wales and doing the Channel Slam before most Welsh guys have? Just in 2 sessions.
Well, I'll put that down to the guidance. So yeah, but no, it's been really good, and I'll definitely try and get back down here. Hope you've enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks again to Rhydian, really appreciate it. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.